My name is Jenifer, and in a few minutes, I will be taking you through an amazing product. We call it Fintech Card Issuance. But before we go into the details of the product, I would like to just take our minds back. Back before we had innovation and technology conversations. We've always had banks, householding funds, enabling their customers to do transactions like deposits, withdrawals, and even doing card issuance themselves. But then we had the advent of fintechs. And of course, that market is actually fast rising. And they also have their business needs. They want to be able to allow their customers to assess their wallet balance and carry out POS, web, and ATM transactions. This is where our product comes in because, of course, card issuance is needed at some point for their customers to do this. But have we thought about the cost impact? Have we thought about the infrastructure or the regulatory requirements that they would require to carry out this service for their customers? But with our fintech card issuance products, we enable the fintechs to issue cards to their customers, minimizing the cost for this, and at the same time ensuring that the regulatory requirements they need are actually met, the process, the standards are actually met for this to be possible for them. Now, with this background story, you might be wondering, okay, so yes, I've heard you. Why do I need fintech card issuance? There are a whole lot of benefits, but I'll just be touching on some of them. We have the increase in customer base. We have increase in revenue. So let's say today you only have one or two streams through which revenue is generated at your end. But imagine you adding card issuance to it. You are reaching a wider target market. You are also increasing your customer base. And most importantly, you are actually reducing the cost that you would actually face doing this single-handedly. I'm sorry, I just have 5 minutes, so I'll just go through this quickly. So let's just briefly look at the architecture for this. This is actually a soft-level architecture. When the fintech comes on board on our platform, Fintech Card Issuance, we have services we'll be giving to them. We have card management services. And for the card management services, this means we're enabling the fintech to carry out card management activities by themselves, manage their cards by themselves, be it blocking of these cards, unblocking, PIN issue, PIN reissuance, and a host of other activities. We also have the card transaction processing aspect of it. This process is the same process as it is today for transactions. So this means their cardholder goes to a terminal, be it POS, web, ATM, does the transaction, it is routed through to the card scheme, and from the card scheme, this transaction is also routed to us, InterSwitch. And of course, through a standard API call, we also route the transaction to the fintech to ensure that authorization and debit of that transaction is done by the fintech alone, not us. Thank you. So, quickly, I'm a fintech today, and Jenifer, I think I'm interested in your product. I would like to come on board. What do I need? We have a whole lot of requirements, but let me just tell you the basic ones you should just have at the back of your mind. First of all, you would require the help of a sponsor bank. This is because with your sponsor bank, you would be leveraging on their BIN or a BIN range, depending on which is actually given to you. And this BIN range will be configured on our system to also facilitate the validation of your transactions that your cardholders will be doing. You would, of course, have a signed level agreement with your sponsor bank. Also, you would have to make sure that your cardholder's wallet balance aligns with what they have on the cards for their transaction. Of course, we're going to equip you with APIs to carry out your data prep, card production, and card management activities. We would also give you platforms for your disputes, settlements, reports, and all of that. And would also give you the ability to carry out functionalities like card blocking and a host of others. I've actually mentioned that. Of course, you also need to have a platform through which your customers can make the request, be it a mobile app, be it a website, or whatever platform you actually choose. And at the end of the day, we ensure that authorization and debit is done by you. So quickly to the settlement and operation aspects. The fintech would ensure that they have nominated a financial institution for the settlement of their transaction. This means your sponsor bank will not just only be giving you their BIN or ranging their BIN range to you, they would also be acting as your settlement bank for the transactions your cardholders would be doing. And all transactions from previous day would be settled at T+1, which is the standard for settlements today. Transaction was done yesterday, settlement happens the next day. And of course, once all this is done, for all settled transactions, we have a platform, which is Extra Switch, where these fintechs can actually go and generate their reports. Lastly, for dispute management, we have a platform still on Extra Switch, which is actually Habitat 1.0, 2.0, where our fintechs can actually go to actually raise chargeback for transactions that their customers must have complained about, and for them to also respond to such claims raised against them. So this is just a brief touch on our products. I will be available for questions, and you would like to know more about the products, I'll be right here. Thank you very much.